Good morning. I need to keep this pretty brief because I've got 10 minutes before my train, but I thought I'd just give a quick overview of what's going to be happening today. So I've got a meeting at 9 in Central Leeds with an agency. That's to discuss a brand video for part of their agency. It's funny that the first video on this photography channel is about me creating a video, but that's the changing landscape of photography. So that's a meeting. RECCE, we're going to establish where we're going to be doing some interviews. I'm going to get a little bit of a look at their new space for the lifestyle shots as well. So that should be good. Then they're going to come home, pick up the van, and then I've got another RECCE in Sheffield with a guy called David. He's from Albion Timber, and he started a company called Albion Timber, and I did a project with him about 5 years ago in lockdown, doing portraits and lifestyle. It's called British Timber, and that's on my website. And yeah, again, it's another video. I'm going to do a little 2-minute mini doc style interview and B-roll, kind of talking about his story, because he's an interesting guy. He really looks the part. The yard's cool, so I thought that might be a really good one to dabble in as I do more video work. Cool, yeah, so that's me today. It's quite low stress, I guess. There's no expectation. It's a RECCE, but these RECCEs are so important because it's good for me to get in my head of what I'll be doing, but also to reassure the client that I know what I'm doing. So when it comes to shoot day, I'll have already put a plan together. We'll have a schedule, kind of a shot list. I'll use some of the shots that I get today to kind of storyboard out what we're doing. But yeah, just a quick overview. I'll try and record along the way, but this is the first time I'm doing stuff like this, so I feel a little bit nervous, getting the camera out in front of clients, but I think that's what's needed. We need to show the process. So yeah, I'll try and do that. Okay.
Have you not been updated yet? I did see this morning weather still.
So I've just finished my meeting RECCE, which is really good. So we just went over the brief. I had my iPad and we were just going through the different scenes that they're looking to capture in order to tell their brand story. I'd not been to the offices before. It was Cubo, co-working space. But basically, we had the brief in front of us, walked through what they wanted to say, and then looked for suitable spaces in their office that could help tell that story. So I'll maybe show some of the clips over this so you can see roughly what we had in mind of what we'll be capturing. Yeah, it was good. The light was just perfect there. I wish we were doing the shoot today. It'll be a little bit more challenging to make it look really nice and as I want it to on the day if it's not like this. But I guess it's a common meme that the RECCE day is always the good conditions day. But we'll see. I'm going to bring some lighting. We're going to shoot it early in the morning so that the space is empty. But yeah, it was good. I'm going to go away now and throw some of the shots into a timeline, take some screenshots and create a bit of a storyboard for how we'll navigate through the offices on shoot day. So yeah, I'm just walking to the train station, going to head home, have some lunch, and then we've got RECCE number 2, which is the personal project over in Sheffield. So I'll try and get some more clips of that because yeah, I got barely anything on this to show you guys. But yeah, that's me. just to say a little bit more about RECCEs in general, things I'm thinking about while I'm there are compositions. So what's interesting, what's going to allow like depth in the frame, and yeah, just kind of like what the space has to offer. I've kind of got a bit of a blueprint idea of what works in offices, and I guess that's just built over experience being in these different spaces and what works well. And then something else that I'm looking at is lighting. So I always like not to rely on the natural light. If it's there, brilliant, I'll use it because that's always going to look really nice, but I'll be looking at what I need to maybe bring with me in order to recreate that or create something that's natural looking but controllable. So yeah, there are just a few things. I often shoot more than what I need just to get lots of different reference points to then put into, I don't know, a PDF or something just to show them what I'm thinking. But yeah, essentially it's just capture as much as possible in order to give myself a really good idea of what we're going to be doing on the day, because I find that eliminating as many surprises as possible on a shoot and kind of pre-visualize what you need to capture is the best way of ensuring that everything goes well and that you enjoy yourself, and then it allows for more creative space and time after you've caught everything that you planned for. Okay, I've just pulled over because I realised I hadn't carried on the story of the day. So anyway, it is now the afternoon, it's 1:30, and I'm getting pretty close now to Albion Timber to see David for the recce this afternoon. And yeah, it's just a catch up really, a chat of how we could tackle a video together, what he might want to say. I've got an idea of what I want to capture and the story I want to tell for Albion Timber and David, but it needs to be useful for him as well because he's given me his time and energy, so I want him to be able to use it and it'd be useful. But yeah, so today's a recce. I'm just going to see where might be a really nice place to get a nice interview, and we'll shoot that first, and then whatever he says in the video will then inform what I then capture in B-roll on another occasion. But yeah, I'll try and get more video this time because I didn't get much at the recce this morning. So I'll get some clips of what we're looking at and maybe some interactions with David because yeah, he's a character and he looks great. So I'm sure I'll be up for it. Anyway. David? David? Hey mate.
Yeah, you alright?
Yeah, good. Is David about?
Yeah, I think he's in office. I think he's in the office.
This one?
So if you go through there,
Yep.
follow the kind of upstairs.
Yep.
The door on the right, knock on.
Brilliant. Appreciate that. Try again. How are you doing?
I'm alright, thanks, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, awesome to see you.
Yeah.
Okay, David's had to bob into a meeting, so I thought I'd just do a little walk and talk. So yeah, this is his kind of like showroom area. It was not like this last time I came. For into the more kind of like commercial yard area. This is where I did a portrait of David about 5 years ago. I'll put it on screen now. But yeah, I thought this would be really cool. That's the view down to Sheffield City Centre. Okay, so here's a really good example of, I found the spot I think that I want to shoot David's interview at, and it's just, yeah, it's looking down through here. We'll have the two kind of stacks of, I can't see, the two stacks of planks either side, and then we've got depth running down. We've got the lights on the roof for interest, and yeah, the stairs as well running at the side, just as like more interest and more depth. So yeah, I'll frame up for that, and maybe I'll even get David in place, and yeah, I'll show you a video of what that looks like now. Okay, I've changed my mind. The frame, I'm going to go the other way, and this is what I'm looking at. So I think that'll just work better with the light coming in from this side, because I'll shoot into the shadow side, and then we've still got all that depth in the background, but just might make a little bit more sense. I'll show you on screen with David in, well, now. Okay, it's now the next day, after Recce Day, and that's the video. I wanted to just create a first go at a video, and it was key for it to not be like too cumbersome. So I've literally just shot the clips, thrown them in the timeline, and just going to post it. And I think that's how this needs to be, just so I keep doing it. So let me know what you think. I might do an intro video to the channel that talks about maybe a bit about my background, where I want to take things, what I'm going to be talking about on here. But yeah, that's to come next. Thanks for watching.